Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Top with Eric, Paris, and Red. I am your host, Eric, joined by,
Yo, it's your boy P.
Mr. Boy Red.
and
Hey,
we are
I'm
joined
Kristen.
today by our special guest, Kristen. No, you're fine, you're fine.
Hi.
How
Okay,
you doing
so
today?
yeah, how's everyone's weekend going?
Doing smooth.
I slept all weekend.
Okay,
It's a gloomy day out there.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
yeah,
decent.
it's raining today.
it's nap weather for sure.
Yeah, what about you, Kristen?
Been pretty good. Went yesterday. I got to go to the museum and we went by the bread gal, that little bakery.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff there.
Okay.
Hey,
Where you at
lad.
right now?
Huh?
Where you at right now?
I'm in Saginaw.
Okay. Y'all talking about stuff I don't know about then.
All right. Yeah. Bread Gal's like this, like really nice hole in the wall bakery here in downtown Saginaw. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
Gotcha.
good.
nice. Yeah,
Paris,
I'm
you
gonna
never
take a
showed me
trip
around
there.
there?
I ain't never been there. I ain't never heard of it.
it used to be
It's
called the
good.
Bread Guy. Yeah, they
Yeah,
sold it.
yeah. Where are you guys at?
I'm Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him in Saginaw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Saginaw. Yep, born and raised. Good or bad, whatever you make from that. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Kristen. You work with Paris, and
Yeah.
you obviously were elated to come on because the podcast is so great. So
Yeah.
yeah. So tell us about like your work. Like tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. I have been an ultrasound technician with the cardiac specialty I was for 12 years, and then I moved into like hospital IT. So
Okay.
luckily that happened during the pandemic because I was getting real tired of it,
Oh
and
yeah.
it
Yeah.
happened just in time. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we are essential workers
Oh
with no
man.
Boom.
hazard pay.
Hell, I
Yeah,
worked at
remember
a
the time that we had to clean the hospital together to keep
Oh
getting
my
our
god.
paycheck? Like
Yeah.
obviously there weren't as many patients coming to the hospital, so they were saying, everybody's hours going to get cut, but if you want your full paycheck for like a certain amount of time, you got to come to the hospital and like clean everything, just like
So
wipe
Mm-hmm.
that's
down,
trash.
like
they,
disinfect surfaces.
they
That
said
was the
you
most
got to do
tedious
something.
job ever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind cleaning, but it was so like I felt like the hospital was babysitting us because we were
Mhm.
just
Oh
made
yeah.
to clean the same things like every 2 hours, and there was no one there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah, I
we're just doing
remember.
this for nothing.
Yeah, the CNAs used to look at me, and I'd just be holding the handrail, just sliding across,
Yeah,
and I'd just be looking like, "Oh, okay." And then I
yeah,
go sit down because after you do your little sit down, you're supposed to wait a half an hour before you clean again, or you're just gonna keep doing circles. So I
yeah.
had this one CNA come in. It was a waiting room. He was like, "Hey, you can go down to the stairs," and I got pissed. I was like, "Boy, I know what the hell I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
you know." Don't tell me what I can do.
There's
I
more
would have
than
did it.
one rail in this hospital.
Right,
Right? Yeah,
right.
yeah. Everybody split off and stuff. So yeah, that was a forgetful time, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
But it
fun
was easy.
what a fun time COVID was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ah,
It really was.
yeah.
PPP loans.
Oh, shut
You know.
up.
Don't tell on yourself.
No,
He's,
not me, not me.
he's like, those are,
You know,
Allegedly.
he
unless
goes,
I
those
was
are,
heavy in the stocks. I did really good in stocks.
he's like, those are good
Okay.
times.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hit the GameStop stocks?
I didn't hit that, but I did Ford. I did all the airlines, a couple cruises, and a few hotels. I
Oh yeah.
end up getting like 23,000 in my return, and
Oh.
it was all with the what's that check we was getting, stimulus checks and all.
Stimulus.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
those. Yeah, so it wasn't any of my money,
Wow.
There you go.
but once it balanced out, I was good. But I don't think I'm ever gonna hit that good on stocks again.
So you're telling me you gambled with the government's money?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
exactly
Right.
what they do every
That's
time.
I can't imagine such a institution doing something like that. All right. So Kristen, where are you originally from? Because you're not you moved to Saginaw around when?
I think in 2016. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
but wait, no. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Yeah, I was born and raised in Southern California, and then after I graduated college, I moved to Denmark for 7 years, and then after that, I moved to Midland, and then I'm here in Saginaw now.
Oh, you was
Okay, cool.
traveling.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, she well versed.
Are
yeah.
you bilingual or trilingual? Like you know other languages?
I'll say like bilingual plus, because
Okay.
unfortunately, this is a really embarrassing thing. I can't really speak much Korean,
Mm.
but
Ah.
I obviously speak English and I am fluent in Danish as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I
there
ain't
you
know
go.
Okay.
that.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot of Danish people around, so not
Yeah.
really much
You can't.
opportunity to speak
Yeah.
it.
You can't really flex that muscle in Saginaw.
No. I mean,
Man.
it's not a very nice sounding language anyway, but it was useful over there.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cussing
No.
people out when you get angry. They don't know what the hell you're saying.
No. Sound like Swedish chef. No, I totally get the not like because like my family's all Mexican and I can only understand Spanish like when my grandma's yelling it at me. So like I can't really speak it back, But like yeah, like
Oh.
I did actually learn a little bit of Korean and Jokum Hangul. And then
Whoa!
see.
So you know a little bit from the dramas and the songs.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I won't dare say, uh, 2+. Like absolutely not.
Shoot, as much anime as I watch, I'm surprised I don't know about her yet. Well, I
Man.
know when Naruto be saying his little catchphrase.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
recognize some Japanese phrases.
Yeah.
I don't like subs, so I'm gonna just be honest. I know
Oh,
that makes me
okay.
not seem like the biggest anime person, but
Well,
sub.
Uncultured.
Shut
no,
up.
Ah,
you just do whichever way you want, whatever
Yeah, and
is
then
more comfortable.
man, and then my attention span is kind of short, so I'll
Yeah.
look over here and do this, and I still want to hear what's going on. But if it's in sub, I'll just be like, I know I missed all the story on this whole episode.
And you're not
the
So
alone.
biggest
Like
plot.
even when I'm watching
yeah.
stuff in English, sometimes I want the subtitles on because I like with the
Yeah.
accent or if it's regional, I sometimes I miss it, so I just want the subtitles just in case.
Ah, got you, got you.
Yeah,
So I
it was
understand.
because of that, I gotta watch whether it's English or whatever language. It gotta be subtitles.
Mm,
Like
Mm,
I can be hearing it in English, but I still gotta read it. Cause like, oh, I
yeah,
missed something.
yeah.
nah, I don't think I read fast enough for that. If we be honest,
Oh
I
really?
feel like yeah, when they fighting, I'm missing all the action because I'm like this.
You you
Okay, okay,
you ain't unlock your shotgun. That's what
okay.
happened.
Man, no, mine still got the little one black dot. I ain't got the
The
three
one
yet.
double
Yeah,
Dogu. That's what it is.
that's all I got.
No, I got the
I'm just,
Mangaku.
I'm just smiling and nodding.
Yeah, he just.
Mhm. Mhm.
You got to get on Naruto, man. We
I'm
gotta
waiting
get
for
you
someone to say Goku so I can be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Ultra
guy.
instinct. Ultra instinct. There you go.
No,
Yeah.
I actually have been started like I started watching two. They're on Hulu, and there's one. It's I forget what the hell the name of it is.
Bleach.
No, it's Assassination Classroom.
Oh
That's pretty
The one
yeah,
good. That's
with
it
pretty
the
is.
good.
Yeah,
octopus looking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
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 Started
Yeah.
watching that one, and then there's one called Love Is War, and that's like to me like it's that one is the dub, and the
Mhm.
writing in that is hilarious. Like it surprised me how funny it is because it's like a high school drama kind of thing
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
where these two like the class president and the class vice president like are secretly in love with each other, but they can't admit it. They don't want to be the first one to admit it.
Hmm.
Right.
So like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, what trip do you want to go to in the summer?" And they're like, "Oh, we should go to the mountains, or we should go to the beach, And there'll be like an internal monologue where they're like debating each other, but they don't know it. It's very funny. Like it kind of threw
Okay.
Mhm.
me off because I wasn't expecting it. But yeah,
I'm gonna have to check it out then.
Well, you'll love Assassination Classroom. How far you got into it?
I finished the first season, I think. But yeah, like there's
Uh,
there's a limit to like what I'll watch. Like you were talking about like One Piece earlier. Like no, absolutely not,
yeah,
absolutely
no,
not.
that's too far.
I'm not investing that much time. I remember you sent me a list because you were like, "Oh, these are the ones you got to watch," and it had like
Yeah, the
Bleach on
fillers.
there. And
Naruto
yeah,
got a lot of fillers.
yeah, and then you had the list where it was like, "All right, you can skip these episodes," and like one
Mhm.
show had like 32 filler episodes. I was like, then
That's
why am I going to
small.
watch that? Like,
That's small.
I was like,
Boruto got a whole year's worth of filler.
Yeah, literally.
to me, that's not
An
a good show.
entire
Then,
year.
you know.
But well, if you're emotionally invested in a lot of animes, Naruto is a good one.
Yep.
Assassination Classroom,
Mhm.
Bofuri.
Watch
I like that
Goblin
one.
Slayer.
I ain't heard of that one.
You're gonna love that. It's like some super bloody, gory stuff. The first episode is gonna turn your stomach. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
The first it's like
I
some
don't
very
know. We've seen
Wait,
some
so-
gross stuff.
okay. So this is gonna be on the line of that. Like the first episode
Yeah.
is literally like, "Hey guys, we're new adventures, yay!" And then everybody just gets slaughtered in the worst way possible. And the goblins, they do a lot of
Dang.
rapey stuff, but
Oh,
God come in,
Oh, shit.
yeah, he saved them.
Okay,
he
never
saved him
mind.
at the last minute. Like it's gory to the point where you get scared, you pee a little bit. It shows all that. Like it's very gory,
Damn.
but it
I was
got a
gonna
really good
say,
animation. It really good animation though. They're about to bring season 2 out, I think in February or April next year. So I can't wait for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh
You
my
seen it?
god, I
oh
got that
yeah, I seen
T-shirt.
that.
Yeah, that
That
one's pretty good.
Brotherhood though.
one.
Do not watch the regular one.
Yeah.
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 What's the difference?
So the Brotherhood is like linked up with the manga. The other one is the TV show past the manga before it was finished. So they
kind
just
of
made up the
made up
ending.
stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't Dragon Ball Z did that with what was it? DBZ Kai? Is that the one where it's like completely different from the mangas?
I thought that
It
was the
might be
one
a
that was
fan
closer. The
Is
Kai was
DBZ Kai closer?
Yeah, the Kai is
Oh,
closer.
okay. Yeah, because that one, like, I hear for the most part people like that watch Dragon Ball Z, they're like, you can skip Kai, like it's not good. So I always assumed it was the furthest from the manga.
Oh, that's terrible.
To me, it might not be a popular opinion, but GT was actually pretty good growing up watching that.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I like that
But
one
they
too.
said that wasn't canon, and I was like, damn.
That was my first time ever realizing that when they said anime wasn't canon with something. So what did they just make this up from top of their head or something?
Yeah.
I guess the artist, or not the artist, the author didn't have anything attached to it. So that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. 4 was OP though.
Yeah, I knew Dragon Ball Z did that because they wanted to stay as close to the mangas as they could. So that's why you had episodes where there was like 10 minutes of powering up because they wanted to wait for the manga to come
Yeah.
out.
Mhm.
So
Just
it's
yelling.
just 10 minutes of Goku, and
Wow.
then next
Man.
time on
Explains a
Dragon
lot.
Ball Z.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Man.
Wow.
Have y'all seen Sword Art Online?
Yes, all of
Oh
them.
boy.
Every last one.
I
Yeah.
always
That is
wanted to. That's not an isekai, is it?
It is.
Yeah, well,
Slightly.
I would like to be in that world. I mean, I don't want to die, but if I was to die and then go into that type of world where you can pretty much be your own like main character just because you grinded out some shit,
Yeah.
I like to do some shit like that.
But hold on though. Sword Art Online is a VR set on your head. He's
I
just
know,
really good at the game.
but it's messed up because they couldn't take it off because they would have died.
It's like
I don't know.
Ready Player
Yeah, they were
One.
comatose, right?
On the last one, the Alization one, I think. They was copying your spirits. They was doing all types of weird stuff.
Mm.
But the first one, I didn't know you couldn't take it off.
No, the creator had something where if you took it off without beating the game, your headset would explode.
Jesus Christ.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
I missed that part then.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a major piece of the story.
Information.
I mean, that's
I
what I'm
forgot
saying. It's
about
like
that too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like to be in there, but then I was like, ooh, it's tough.
So
Yeah,
can you
that's for sure
die?
tough.
Can you die like in the thing?
If you die in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, so like you just want to play like the garden simulator all day and just like live out a long
No,
life?
no, without getting too much into it, basically it was this new game that came out and nobody knew that you had to beat it to win, but the creator was like kind of he was kind of sadistic. I just put it like that, and he wanted everybody to play his game like thoroughly, and he actually put himself in the game, but obviously he ain't had the faults, so he could take his shit off whenever he wanted, but.
Mm.
All the game testers and stuff
Everyone
like
else
that.
was stuck in it now.
Yeah, but the game testers, they kind of had a one up because they already knew how the shit flowed, but they got killed off kind of quick. So, but it was this one main character who knew how to do
trying to
A
think.
lot of shit.
I'm trying
Beautiful
to think.
storytelling.
There was a movie. It came out around the same time as like Death Race, and it was a war game that you played with a VR thing, but you had the whole body thing. And then the players didn't know that the characters that they were in this war game, kind of like Call of Duty, like running around with
Gamer.
guns. Yeah. It actually was like a convict or someone that was
Yep, it was
actually shooting each other. Yeah. But similar kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I think it was called Gamer though. So like when we play Call of Duty and we die, the actual soldier or convict really died, and they had just put the headset on a new soldier and be like, "All right, do this now," and he got to live out your commands on remote control until he die or y'all save it.
Yeah. Ender's Game had a similar concept too.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, he was crying like a motherfucker. He thought
He
what the
was
ant
in fact.
racist was not bad or something like that. He was like they was really waiting for us to just leave him alone, and you had me kill the entire colony and blow up a planet, and I didn't know this was actual people I was sacrificing. I was like, oh man. But he was told it was like a strategy game. The whole time he was letting his friends
Yeah.
die and everybody else.
He was told it was just like a practice simulation. It's not real. And then it turns
Yeah.
out now like he was sacrificing millions of lives.
Right. Well, on a happier note,
Yeah,
you can
Because
watch
the stuff
Food-
before this was happier. Okay.
Yeah, you can watch Food Wars and
Oh yeah.
but it's not what's the correct?
It's not safe for work.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Tell me about that because I thought they were just cooking food on there and it looked pretty.
You,
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
He's like, don't watch it with your family.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of the premise that the main character goes to this like elite cooking school to, hone his skills and become the best chef in the world. But apparently at this school they kind of teach you this way of cooking where if the food is really good, then it makes the person eating it just like orgasm and their clothes just blow off.
Oh.
So you feel like you're just watching this anime and then like a normal anime, and I'm sure that's exactly the moment where your mom walks in. Like,
Yeah,
what are you watching?
Oh, them moans is real.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
It's the most dramatic. Like you be making like the way they cook and the way the animation is. It's just like, oh, I can make that, but damn, like I can make people clothes pop off like that.
The food does look really good, and they do talk about like real techniques that are used in the
real chef kitchen stuff.
Yeah, you can actually cook that stuff in real life.
I was about to ask,
Yeah.
did any of y'all cook it, that food yet? Any dishes at all?
Dishes from that show? No.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the another one that has food that like kind of pops out is like the Studio Ghibli films. Like those.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that's a really good animation.
They make it look so good.
Man.
Yeah.
That reminds me of there was a South Park episode where like Stan's dad gets really into watching Food Network, and like it turns sexual for him. So like at night he's calling like a food hotline, and he's like, what are you doing? Oh, just roasting some chicken, and then he's like probably gonna deglaze it, and he's like, oh yeah, fuck, deglaze that pan.
Deglaze the fuck out of that chicken.
Yeah. Get all the bits off. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody actually cooked that on TikTok. That's why I saw that. Yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah, like what's that one YouTuber, Binging with Babish? He makes a lot of the recipes that you see in like food and TV.
Your voice kind of sounds like his.
What's his name? Andrew Ray. Maybe it's a compliment. Thank you.
I mean, yeah.
Take it.
Wait,
he's got a good voice, but you sound just like him.
Oh, thanks. I've never noticed or been told that before.
I'm gonna look it up too.
Yeah, watch one of his videos and then listen to your friend here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the great production voice.
For sure.
Yeah.
I still sound like I'm 13. I don't like that. Like somebody saw me from when I was in middle school and I was 30. And he was like, Red? Bro, you still sound the same. And I was like, damn, you didn't even see my face. How did you know it was me? He said, bro, your voice has never changed. I'm like, all right, I don't know what to do to make my voice deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shut the
So
fuck up. He just walked away.
yeah, I have to deepen it up a little bit.
Gotta say it with your chest.
Got to put a sleepy voice on or something. But yeah, my voice is not podcast ready like Easy is.
No, I don't like the sound of my voice. When I listen to it in recordings, I like cringe. I'm like, ugh.
Uh,
I think everybody does.
yeah, I think that is everybody, but I know mine is just not it. What about you, P? What you like your voice?
I mean, when I was younger, when we used to talk to the girls off Moco Space, remember that? They used to call
Hey.
like, yeah, you got the. Hey, this is pre-white, so I could say
Okay.
But this was high school me. But I remember people used to say I had like the sex operator voice.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm cool with it.
Okay. I didn't want you to go too far into that story.
Nah,
Okay.
I ain't gonna name no names, but you know.
All right.
This was like 16, where the bass was just starting to come in.
Okay.
The bass.
So, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I've always been kind of self-conscious about my voice because it's a little bit deeper, and typically Asian girls kind of have like the high-pitched voice, but I'm okay with it now.
Okay. Do what is a oh, I forgot my damn question. I'll let y'all go.
Sure.
We can just do the rundown of the list. Oh shit! Nah, it's spreading.
Damn. Hey, save us.
All right, let's get into. Well, we already started with food. Let's deep dive back into that some more. So like, what is something that you guys like enjoy cooking? Like, what kind of style? Like, what kind of regional food do you like?
Well, Americanized. I ain't really got no like little extra sauce, but I like cooking steak. But that ain't nothing special. Well, I remember we was talking in the previous podcast where when the pandemic happened, I was cooking a lot of stuff, so I got like a little photo album. But now we on video, I can actually show it. But
Shit,
I say that later.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna start scrolling in the camera.
No, I just sent you the
Look,
clips, so
guys.
you just post them up. Like, yeah, I used to make this chicken mushroom little sauce. I don't even know the name of it, but it looked good as hell. So
Yeah. I was steak. I think I was spending about like $200 a week on steaks just so I can practice. And I didn't want to buy the cheap steak because they said it wasn't gonna cook right. So I had to buy the good steaks. And I can make 5-star steaks right now.
Practicing cooking steaks by buying like big ribeyes is wild. Like,
I mean, as long as you got a good cast
Big
iron
mood.
skillet,
yeah, you
Man.
can start with cheaper cuts. Yeah.
They told me it was gonna turn out terrible. Like it wasn't going. I don't know what they were saying, but it was basically on the premise of it's gonna be tougher meat. It's not gonna be as tender as you want it. The cuts is trash.
Yeah, the cheaper the cut, the least amount you got to cook. It's the rarer it got to be.
Yeah.
So are we talking like reverse sear? Like what's the method?
Oh, I could do reverse sear for sure.
Explain to the audience what reverse searing is for the non-cooking folks.
You do it, bro.
Oh shit!
I YouTube everything.
He doesn't know.
I YouTube everything, bro.
Reverse sear, you basically put it in the oven first and let
then
it cook.
you sear it
Or
after.
you can sous vide it. And for the audience that don't know what sous vide is, it's kind of like you got this like whatever container, and you do like a airlock seal bag, and then the sous vide is pretty much just a temperature control. So you just dump the meat in the little container
With
and
water.
the temperature, basically cook it internally. So it comes out looking all gray and nasty. So that's why you got to throw it on the grill or put it on the skillet. So basically, the meat is done. You just got to give it a sear.
Yeah, my parents love doing that. They have they did have a little sous vide cooker thing, but I don't know if they took it with them to Korea.
Yeah, those are
But they can't really buy big steaks in Korea. They said they have to go to Costco in Korea to get like a American-ish size steak, because you really only get like the really thinly sliced meat in Korea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They say everything bigger over here.
Oh yeah.
But I like beef specifically is because we have we literally have
Yeah.
entire states dedicated to just cattle raising.
Right,
so
right.
So it's a normal size steak 12 ounces or 8 ounces?
I think it's 8 or 9.
Yeah, I need 22.
Right, that's what I'm
Yes,
saying. Like,
I need 22. I'm a big boy.
bro. I be looking
Please.
at. They talk about
Yeah.
8, like 6 or 8 ounce steaks, and they give you a little filet mignon size. I mean, what the fuck is this for $40? Like, get the fuck
No.
out of here.
No, I think the number one country, the number one consumer of beef is Argentina. I think like
Mm,
there they eat like the most pounds of beef per.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah.
because their main export is cattle. You know.
Okay.
Mm. I always
Damn.
wanted to try Wagyu though. I ain't never
Wa-
got a chance to do that.
Wagyu?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wagyu.
Yeah, I had it before. I had it a few times. It's not that bad.
One little slice like $200.
Yeah, I had an
Yeah.
8 ounce for is that a spider? It was a spider on my camera. But
Ugh.
I
Sure
had
it was.
a 8 ounce
Damn, that's about
for like
$1,500.
$200 and something dollars. Do y'all see the spider?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Okay. Oh shit.
It's like a wolf spider. There's like 200 now. Like, oh
Man, not want to
Let
leave
the
me
little babies
alone.
come off the
Yeah,
back.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That spider's a
itchy now.
paid actor.
He's itchy
for real.
now.
He want to get on the podcast today.
Special guest.
But yeah, I had a Wagyu. I think it was like an 8 ounce or a 9 ounce. It was like 130 or something like that.
That's not bad.
But it also
Mm,
played on a grade. I did not get like a double A plus type of thing.
Yeah, I often say that had
yeah.
that was like an A1 or A2, like
Yeah.
A5 Wagyu. That's 8 ounces. Ooh, that's like $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I mess with tomahawks a lot. I like tomahawk steaks though.
I'm scared to cook those because they too thick. You
Uh,
gotta stick them boys in the oven.
Yeah, but I just buy them though. Well, I don't cook them myself. I like going to the restaurants to get mine done.
Mm.
But yeah, Prime and Proper downtown got them for $190. If you go to the Skyrise, that's $260.
Damn.
London Chops about
In
$225.
case the fans in the audience didn't know, he's rich as hell.
No, the fuck I'm not. I'm
Well,
barely making it.
he just knows the prices of all these places.
Yeah, that's it.
He's never
We
been.
got-
I'm a
we got
window
special
shopper.
Guest here, Sonny.
Oh, big boy Sonny.
Aw.
He busted the room. I'm gonna kick him out.
All
You
right.
can
So
hear his
what about
toenails on the floor.
yeah, I need to trim them.
Now, when I cook at home, I don't know about you guys, but I totally talk to myself as if I'm talking to a camera crew.
Really?
Like, all the time. You know, I'm Anthony.
Are you serious?
I'm Anthony Bourdain in that bitch. Like, yeah, I'm stirring the bechamel. Hurry up, chef. You know, like yeah, like,
Really?
all the time. It makes cooking way more enjoyable that way for me.
Okay.
Like,
Have you worked in a kitchen before?
no, never.
Oh, okay.
No chef. No chef. That's
Hey,
crazy.
have y'all
What
ever
about-
heard like somebody say something so crazy that you actually turn around like it's actual camera following you, like a third person?
Oh, I do this
yeah.
for sure. I do that to the imaginary camera
Yeah.
every day.
What's the Jim face from The Office? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah. It's like,
No.
Man. What
Yeah,
about
in
yours? What's your
California-
favorite thing to cook?
I think mostly I really enjoy cooking Korean food, but I've been vegetarian for like 5 years now. So
Oh,
I
goodness.
definitely have to put my own spin on it because a lot of Korean food is not vegetarian.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us the story behind that vegetarian. I think the fans will like that. Reason why you went vegan.
One night I had a weird dream.
What?
Yeah, one night I had a weird dream that okay. So so I'll preface this by saying I used to eat a lot of meat and like weird stuff to like try.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
like if I go to the taco truck, I want birria, I want the lengua, I want the cabeza, I want all the weird stuff. But
Yeah.
I had this weird dream one night where I was like part of some kind of like crew to like destabilize some kind of economy or country.
Damn.
So my job was to kill the opposing leader's cat, and at the
What?
time I had 2 cats. So they were like, yeah, he really loves this cat. So if you kill the cat, then he won't be able to command his troops. So I was like, all right, I'll go do that. So I get to the room and I see the cat and I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And I'm thinking, okay, just picture it as a chicken. You eat chicken all the time. So I have my hands around the neck and I'm like, okay, just think of it as a chicken. But I couldn't break the association. I just saw a cat and
Yeah,
I'm like,
you kept
I can't
seeing,
do it.
you kept seeing an
Yeah.
orange
Yeah.
tabby just looking at you.
Yeah. So I woke up and I'm just like, oh my God. And immediately the first thing I said when I woke up, I like shook my husband awake, like, I can't eat meat anymore. And he's just like, okay. And then he just went back to sleep.
He's like, ah, shit. Like,
That's all right
Man.
for him.
oh yeah.
Do you
He
still
doesn't
cook
have
it
to
though?
be. Do I still cook meat?
Yeah.
Sometimes I will. I'll cook it for him, but it's
Okay,
not really
okay.
a big problem for us. I
Gotcha,
don't
gotcha.
force him to eat vegetarian.
Okay.
Now, do
My
you
mom
do
makes a big deal about it though, because she
Oh,
brought
yeah.
us up eating meat. She's just like,
Yeah.
if you don't eat meat, you're gonna get weak, and you have
Yep,
to
Yeah,
feed your
yep.
husband meat, keep him happy. And I'm like, I do feed him meat. It's fine. Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
typical arguments when they say that.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of true though. Like,
You would get weak.
well,
Yeah,
like brain development. You need to have meat. Like, you need to have protein.
Mhm.
You know?
I think my brain is developed as much as it's going to.
yeah.
But yeah, like I think it also stems from my mom being an immigrant.
Hmm.
The meat and white rice to her that symbolizes wealth, like you've made
Oh, yeah.
it. And especially
Oh.
coming from Korea, the time that she did.
Mhm.
And like during the Korean War, you got like rations of rice, and even when you bought it, it had like sand mixed into it to make it seem like it was heavier.
Yeah.
So I I remember I found out that my mom was like borderline diabetic, so I was like, Mom, you should be eating all the white rice. You got to eat a little bit of brown rice. And she got so mad,
Oh,
like,
Oh, you can't tell nobody
don't
about that.
don't talk to me about eating white rice. I'm gonna eat what I want. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Right.
Don't
yeah.
don't stand in the way.
yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
I understand that, like, to them, it's something that they hang on to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first heard that story, I was like, damn, that's a hell of a dream.
Yeah.
Cut out
It-
a whole food group. Like,
That was a
Yeah.
lucid dream. You did
Yeah,
everything
it
that's,
was
going
you
on.
felt that in your
very.
soul.
Yeah, it was really strange. Yeah.
You must have loved that cat.
Yeah.
To end a war. Like, we can't do this, guys.
Yeah,
I lost Snowball, you guys. I can't do it anymore. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I
give
could
up.
understand that though. I could understand that. Like when my cat died a couple years ago, I was devastated. I felt like I had lost my child.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pets
That
get
that
close.
happened with me with
Yeah.
a dog.
Yeah.
I had a dog named Terminator. It was a Rottweiler. It was
a
my
beat
favorite.
sheriff, we
wow.
say.
Yeah, favorite dog. And it just got old age, and I just was looking like, you supposed to live forever. What is you doing?
Mm,
You know, I was too young to realize, they just age faster than us and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah,
it hurts.
I was not ready for that. That was like a brother. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But
had a
yeah.
dog named Rocky that I grew up with, and I basically woke up. I don't know if, well, obviously when he died, it gets stepped, but I thought he had froze to death. And my dad, he was like, "Yeah, Rocky died," and I was like, "I know it ain't my Rocky. I was just playing with him yesterday. What you mean,
Legs stiff up.
bro? Yeah, he was laying on his side. So, he was laying on."
He's
Why
like,
are
no,
you laughing?
he's like, no, he's all right. Rocky.
No, I felt him. Like, how old was I? I want to say I was like 6 or 7. I felt him. And I was like, damn, he cold as hell. Let me go get a blanket.
Oh no.
He was like, oh, he just cold. He was stiff as hell. I was like, and my dad was like, yeah, he
I'm
did.
so- He
got
apologized.
That must have. You're the one that laughed.
I'm so sorry.
You did this. I'm so sorry, P.
No, he
No.
an asshole. Like, he been on that. He been on that tip this whole weekend. Like, you can't be sensitive this week. Hell no.
No.
so
But yeah, I
sorry.
still remember his. I still remember where we buried him.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that hurt it. And it was funny because the reason why we had such a bond is like he was a small dog, but I remember I was playing in front of my house in the street, and there was his 2 Rottweilers that came out, and he actually ran out the gate to actually scare them off. I don't know how he scared them, but he scared them off and protected me. So he always gonna have a place in my heart. So that's why I named my second dog, but I gave her to my wife's sister. His name is Rocky now. So
Oh,
that's
so
deep.
he's
I never knew
twin?
that, bro.
yeah,
I didn't know that either.
I love that story.
Yeah, the only pet that
minus
like,
the laughing.
Yeah, I was about to say minus E part.
Fuck
You
all
were
that.
laughing too.
So I'm the bad guy.
It's one of those you laugh not to cry type of shit.
No, like
But
the only pet I had growing up with that I like really like genuinely was like kind of upset over was my uncle's dog Zippo. Like he found him at a post office one night in Detroit and took him in, raised him, and Zippo lived to be like 18 years old. He was an old dog.
Long life.
And but like the thing that always cracked me up is like even though he was old, like half deaf, like half deaf and like arthritis was really bad. Like if you went to the glass door and said Zippo, go get it, like loud enough, he was in mode, ready to go. Like he was running after something, didn't know what it was, but he was gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And then I remember one time, like my grandparents were out of town, so I was watching Zippo, and I didn't have my glasses on. It's late, so I opened the back door to the backyard, and I'm like, all right, go potty, Zippo. He went, like he was smart, he handled that stuff. And then I let him back in, and I feel something wet brush my leg, and I'm assuming, oh, it's like his nose, and then I hear a thud, and I was like,
you killed Zippo?
Turn the light on. No, he had killed a rabbit in like the 2 minutes he was outside and dropped the head on my foot. And I was like,
the head?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, but like Zippo was old as hell, and I was like,
Zippo
how the
still
hell did
got
you
it.
manage
You
to
said,
get
"I'm
a
a beast."
rabbit? Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember one time, like after that story, my grandpa was watching him again, old as hell Zippo. Like my grandpa went out to the backyard to do like some gardening, and he found like a big ass dead possum just lying in the middle of the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Zippo still got it. Like he's old, but he still got it.
What kind of dog was he?
He was a mutt, but he was like black, thick fur coat, and yeah, I don't know if there was like some husky in there or something, but like yeah, we didn't really know exactly what
he
it
had
was.
that hunter in him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like my uncle,
that's a good
like,
anime too.
Oh yeah.
No, when my uncle, like, he was like, okay, Zippo's going to die, and I don't want him to be in the States while I'm in Italy, so he paid to bring Zippo back, and then like when he died, he buried him under a tree in Italy. So like that's a good ending for Zippo.
That's romantic as hell.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. In the Tuscan sunset,
I buried mine in the backyard. Yours in Italy.
He got flued out for the last time.
It's a nice backyard. It's a nice backyard.
Thank you. Man, did y'all ever have any exotic animals like besides like cats and dogs?
No.
I had
go
ahead.
I had a bearded dragon one time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but they temperature got to be really controlled when they babies, and if they don't got friends, they get to depression. I never knew this. So yeah, so he was by himself, and I was always with him. It was all temperature controlled and everything, but I didn't know he needed a friend, and he got depressed and just gave up on eating and everything.
Yeah.
What?
I'm never getting an exotic animal again.
Yeah, you went in the cage and you found the bottle of Jack Daniels and sleeping pills. You're like, no.
He extra.
Yeah, I know. He got too many jokes right now.
No sympathy. He just going in.
No.
No, a bottle of pills. I had a flashback like that.
No, there was no. I didn't know this animal, but we had family in Chicago that owned one of those capuchin monkeys, like the little ones.
Oh, okay.
What?
And I don't know how they got it, but they had it. Wow. And I remember we went down to visit, and I was like, "So what happened?" Like they're telling me about this monkey they had, and they showed me pictures, and I was like, "So what happened?" And apparently they had one of those like little leashes that would go around like its like shoulders and
like a harness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently like someone left his leash like on a doorknob, and he hung himself.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, that is brutal. Like imagine finding that like that.
He stopped laughing.
I mean, I didn't know the monkey. Like
no, he ain't got got no soul.
I didn't know. I didn't know
Peter,
this
The
monkey.
audience
really
is really
loves
finding out
animals.
about E, bro.
Man,
I didn't know the monkey.
Peter is gonna be on our head today.
I didn't know the monkey. Like maybe
He
if
said,
I had
fuck
like
that monkey.
maybe if we had like a little adventure together, I would have been like, oh man, I didn't even know the monkey's name. They just we had a monkey.
Okay.
Want to know how it died? I was like, no, but go ahead. You know, I was like 8. I was like 8 when they told me this.
Oh,
Like, man,
okay.
Chicago's wild. Chicago's wild.
Yeah. Straight man, Chicago, you can get everything. So I'm not surprised they found the monkey in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's
Man.
deep. Don't have no sad stories.
Is it deep? Is it deep?
Don't bring it to E. He gonna make you feel bad.
You have a few
care
laughs.
about him? Oh, look at your ass caring about some shit.
No, that happened to me one time. I was like, someone was, I forget where it was, but someone was telling this, like, I like comedians and like comedy a lot. So like, I like really dark humor too. And I forget where the hell we were. I think it was at a bar, and a mutual friend was like telling this story. And the setup was, so yeah, my dad just found out he got cancer. And I went, ha, yeah. And I caught myself. I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. like I felt like the biggest asshole in the world.
Bro, you owe some shit.
But no. Come to find out, it actually was a funny story they were telling. And I was like, oh my God, that saved my ass. I was like,
what was funny about that?
That's what I need to know.
I forget
What's
what
so
it
funny?
was. But like, yeah,
Okay.
like, I remember like vividly just, ha, and I was like, oh no.
This
Yeah,
that
see,
moment where
you and
y'all
my
look
wife
in the
should hang
visible
out because she
camera.
do the same thing at funerals. Her and her sister, it could be the saddest part, and they just bust out laughing.
No. Like our family's funerals are super funny. Like we all laugh and tell about like stories about like the person like doing something silly. Like we try to avoid making it like a super sad affair. I mean, they can
That's
be.
good.
Don't get me wrong, but like we joke around. You know, like
No, they cry,
happy
but
tears.
they it could be the most serious shit ever, and they just bust out laughing in your face.
Yeah. I was laughing at Uncle Johnny video. I mean, I said videos. His funeral. Because our Uncle Johnny always had this thing where he'd come in the house and be like, who you with? All the time for no reason. So when he died, I was like, damn, I know who he with.
Oh.
I'm sure he appreciated that.
Yeah. And people was laughing, but they was like, you cannot do this. We had a funeral. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but it was good though, right?
I think he would have appreciated it.
Yeah, most definitely.
I know who you will. That's a good one.
Man.
I would definitely prefer my funeral to be more like a party.
Yeah, for sure. Like
just remember the nice things about me.
Got to. Don't make this a super sad event. We had a good time, a good life.
Yeah. Like I envy like Irish wakes, you know, where they just have liquor everywhere. Like, all right, let's just get trashed and remember, you know, Cody that died, you know. I would prefer that over people just like crying, you know. It's funny, there was a Craigslist ad for a guy. Depending on how much you paid him, he would act up at your funeral. So like it maxed out at like $500, he would jump into the hole that your grave is going to be. for $200, he would wail over the casket at your showing. Like he had a whole thing.
That's awesome.
I wonder how many times he got booked.
You got right. I was gonna say you got to pay his bail money with that $500.
I think there was one where like we'll show up to your funeral like in a black suit and sunglasses with a wired earpiece.
Oh yeah,
and we won't talk to anybody. Like we won't say anything. You know, we would just say that, you know, we're gonna thank him for his service, and then just leave. I was like, that's cool as hell.
Definitely. Like, damn, what was Dad into? CIA, FBI, Special Forces.
You're gonna be digging up some deep paths.
Man, did y'all see the one where the old man died and he had a recording from his casket, and it was like, "Let me out of here! It's so dark. Why did you put me in this hole? I'm still alive." Like it was.
Oh my gosh!
I love when people that like they know the end's coming and they have good humor about it.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
So off topic. How do you guys want to get buried?
I was about to ask that. Cremate me. That's too much money. Marriage is too much money.
How much is the difference? Like when you
Okay,
get
so
It
cremated.
depends on
if
the
you
casket and everything.
if you cremate somebody, you gonna spend probably about like 6,000, right? Probably
Six
tops.
thousand.
Yeah. So my sister passed a few years back, and the cheapest casket that they even had to offer was over $5,000.
Hmm.
They said it's 6,000 to have a hole, but you're gonna be on top of somebody, and it's I think 13,000 to be buried by yourself and no one in that hole with you. Yeah, so all
What?
together we was like, we want to, my mama, they prayer your emotions. So they like, yeah, I'm pretty sure your daughter would have wanted to
Oh
be
yeah,
by
yeah,
herself and this, and I had to take
Oh.
over everything because
yeah,
they racked up like $32,000 in a matter of 20 minutes. I was like, Mama, leave. I'm gonna talk to him.
yeah.
She
Mm.
getting cremated. You're gonna get the cheapest thing, so we can still have a viewing, and that's all we need, And it ended up coming to like probably like 8 or 9 thousand,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
was good with that.
Those
Yeah,
guys that work at funeral homes, they definitely try to get as much out of that life insurance as
Mm-hmm.
they can.
Mm.
yeah. I
For
was gonna
Because
say
sure.
that's their
actually,
job. They're car
I actually
salesmen.
used to sell life insurance, so that was one of the things that we had to learn during the presentation. Like when we was trying to sell the policy, to let the person know not to let them know how much was in your insurance policy,
Yep.
or
Yep.
that's exactly how much the funeral's gonna cost. So if
Oh
you
yeah,
got a
Yep.
$20,000
Mm.
policy, that's what the funeral's gonna be. So if you just
Mm-hmm.
let them know, hey, we got some money put to the side, that's what it's gonna be. So if you tell them your limit and not let them know the insurance policy, then whatever's left over, you're gonna be pocketed. But
Yeah.
cremation is the cheapest fashion of a burial, and
Mm.
like you said, the casket is gonna be exponentially more expensive.
oh yeah.
I think they be using those caskets over. I think they dig you back up and put you in the box.
Is that
I'm
another
not gonna lie.
conspiracy theory?
No, I just feel like that's a good way to save money. And it's a
I
lot
could
of
see them
shiesty.
doing that.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
of shiesty
just opening
people.
them up and then dumping the remains in, just wiping it down and
Yeah,
putting
because
another
I know
price
y'all
tag on.
seen the those funeral homes that be like they had like dead bodies in the attic, or they be stuffing them with no newspaper, and it was a whole bunch of organs. That happened in Detroit. I'm not gonna lie to you though.
Yeah,
It
I
was a
remember that.
Yeah, it was a few funeral homes that was all in cahoots together where they just was flipping organs and just stuffing the bodies with newspapers, and
Mm-hmm.
they never say anything about digging them back up to reuse the caskets, but I think that's not where they drew the line at.
The only reason I don't believe that is because I know that with that amount of earth on top of the casket, like for like the steel aluminum frame ones, like those ones do like compress.
Hmm.
So like they would have to do like a lot of work to get it to look like new again.
Oh, I got you,
Well,
got
I
you.
mean, how often does the family stay until the casket is completely covered? Usually it's just like a few
Oh,
shovels of dirt. So they could easily lift the casket back out, tilt it, and then, take it for use in another
That's
funeral.
sinister
exact.
as hell. Like,
Well, I mean,
they're
Hey,
like,
who's there
okay,
to
okay, okay,
observe?
come back, get the shit out of
yeah,
here.
and if they do
Because I
like the,
remember my grandfather died like at the height of the pandemic, so I had to
Hmm.
watch his funeral on a Zoom, which
oh,
is
I hated
extremely
those.
weird. And
Hmm.
they at the funeral home limited the funeral to 15 minutes because there were so many
Oh
burials.
yeah, I
It
remember that.
sucked, but I remember I saw like a big crane holding like a big shovel full of dirt, waiting to put it on top of the casket. But of course, we didn't watch until
The
they were done
stream
filling
ended.
the grave.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I
So
remember
who
when they
knows?
introduced. I remember when they introduced the drive-through funeral viewings during COVID.
Mm.
There was I think it was
Oh,
here in Saginaw. I think they did one where like you could just
huh.
they had like a window where you could see the casket. And to me, I was like,
Mm,
That's
is that
odd.
really paying your respects?
Yeah,
mm.
that's a drive by.
Yeah. Like they
No
have
pun
those bank
intended.
things, those
Yeah.
bank tubes, and like you put a
Oh.
flower in.
If I
Man.
was to get buried, I want to have like one of those bells just in case I was falsely buried,
Oh,
like how
Oh,
the
yeah.
old lady.
Saved by the Bell. Yeah, yeah.
Well, a lot
Yeah,
of people used to do that in the old days.
yeah.
Hmm.
But they ain't taking my organs. I'm not an organ donor. Just in
Oh,
case
really?
I took mine off too.
just in
Oh
case I'm
man,
alive, and then
Ah.
they really take some shit, and I'm really dead after that. Nah. Or
Mm.
like how they said, like when you come back to life, or
that's my thing. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
like
don't
Hmm?
want to. I don't want to
nah.
be a. I don't want to be a disabled zombie out here. I want to be able to,
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe Armageddon, you come back and like, oh yeah, it's just JK,
Yeah.
just want you to rest for, a few thousand years, and then you come
Yeah,
back. But now you got some missing limbs, no eyeballs, no heart, man.
yeah. Like, way to
Man.
go, Roger. Your dumbass donated your skin. How's that working out for you?
Right. Donating your body to science and you just coming back like,
Man.
damn.
I'm donating everything. I'm not gonna care.
Really?
I'm dead.
I'm an
Yeah.
organ donor too.
If I was
but,
getting
like,
I'm
cremated,
gonna
then
be
you can
dead,
take it,
dead.
but nah.
I want
No.
to get buried in a mushroom coffin, but
Oh,
I think
okay.
the most difficult part about that is finding somewhere where they will let you bury a body.
Yeah.
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 So
I
what's up
know
with the
they can do
mushroom
the tree
coffin?
thing.
So
Y'all
the
heard about
mushroom
the tree ones?
coffin. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like they bury you in this like egg-shaped thing, and then there's like
Yeah.
some kind of sapling attached to the top, so the tree will feed on your nutrients and grow.
Is the mushroom like that?
Yeah, so I seen like a mushroom suit. So it's just like some fabric, like it's a fabric body bag with spores like
Uh,
interwoven into it. So they just zip your body up in that and they bury you, and then the
Mm.
mushrooms break down your body. So
okay.
that I think the mushroom suit is like $2,000. So that's the cheapest I've seen.
It's a nice ass
Got
suit.
you.
I did hear
Right.
that they said, well, I don't know if it was true. I have to fact check it. But they were saying like if a person was buried under a tree, the leaves are darker or something like that. Have y'all heard about that?
I don't think
No.
that's
I
true.
mean, like I could understand why
I
people would
I
think that.
did I did hear though, if you bury a body, the grass doesn't grow um that good in that area. If you bury it above 6 feet, and then if you bury it below 6 feet, it might grow too much. So that's how police found out where a lot of dead bodies be at.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
heard that.
You got to
Yeah.
chop them up and dissolve them. Like, that's the best part to do it. Like,
Mm.
ideally, you
Obviously.
want to use a. No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to say.
I was gonna say we gotta go deep
All
dive on
right,
Eric
let's
Mind.
get down to the real.
Yeah, you want to
She-
dissolve
she
them
was-
in lime.
She was a special guest, but we need to do a therapy session with you. Psychology exam. Like what?
Like, E,
Nah.
which part of Mexico are you really from?
Right. Yeah.
Man.
He wanted us to know he this this nice guy, but that's why he always wear the CIA hat.
Yeah, the Wounded Warrior hat.
Man. This is a good one, I'm not gonna lie. So, quick question about the mushroom soup. Are the mushrooms edible?
That's not a
Um,
question I thought I'd hear.
I think some of them are, but I probably wouldn't eat them because we eat a lot of toxic stuff, and when we break
Yeah.
down, it's probably not the best to eat.
Like, damn,
That's-
Kristen tastes good. Pause. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. These mushrooms have a little something.
A little twang to it, a little
little
soul.
kick to
Tastes a little
Yeah.
kimchi in there.
Isn't it like biologically, like mushrooms are very close to humans?
I heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
When I watched The Walking Dead, it was talking about that.
What?
Not The Walking Dead.
What?
My bad. The Last of Us. The Last of Us said something like that.
Oh,
With the spores.
Yeah, that was a good show. Really good game too.
yeah.
Are
Well,
you before you cut it off, are you into video
Okay.
games, Kristen? I know you said you was playing
Uh,
Animal Crossing. Have you gotten into any others?
I play some games, but mostly I play like the easygoing ones like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing.
Animal
like
Crossing.
You said.
Yeah.
I like to watch my husband play games. Like when I was a kid, we played Chrono Trigger, and I think it was re-released. So my husband was playing it, and I love watching him play. And I'm trying not to tell him what comes next, but eventually he'll be like, "Damn, this fight is taking so long. I wonder what's next." And then I'll just let slip what's gonna happen. Like, oh, sorry. But it's fun watching him play, and I think he's one of those guys who just likes having somebody watch him play. Or is that something for most video game players?
Yeah.
You just enjoy having an audience.
Oh
yeah, I used to watch James play Zelda all the time.
Yeah. I was the game walkthroughs before they was invented.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
You
would
mean
sit
you
there and
didn't-
watch the whole.
You didn't go to the store and check out the magazines and like slyly open the plastic it was in and start reading.
Oh, I was too nervous. I felt like they was gonna kick me out because I was like, they saw my face every single day. I had no money, but I just wanted to just be up there around games. That's how much I liked them. But yeah,
Yeah, we were supposed to be video game designers growing up. We was gonna own our
that's a
own
fact.
stuff.
Yeah, I had that dream too.
Yeah, that's a fact. We still can do that. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
Oh yeah.
They don't get. I don't think they get paid enough though. That's what that's what they be talking about. They
My friend
overworked
works
and
in video
underpaid.
game design. He gets paid pretty well, but he does not live in America.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
want
the big difference.
They want to unionize, and they should unionize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. What's that one thing? It's like my buddy was talking about starting a new career, and I was like, "Yeah, man, follow your dreams." This motherfucker wants to be in the Baltimore Ravens.
Need to let that go.
All right. Well, everyone, I think that is all the time we have. So
Damn, that's
yeah, that the time went fast. So
yeah.
this has been Off the Top with Eric, Paris, and Red. Thanks.
Special guest.
Yeah, with our special guest Kristen. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
All right.
Gang gang.
Yeah.